I'm back. So it's time for unboxing number 2. If I seem distracted, it's because I'm watching my new CFX saber to see if it goes into some kind of deep sleep mode. It's right over there. And I've been fiddling around with that, and it seems simple enough. But I think I have to wait for my 32-inch blades to show up because I've got these 36-inch blades, and they seem to be just too long, and the needle doesn't illuminate all the way to the tip, and that could possibly use some adjusting. But then again, I'm not planning on using a 36-inch blade on that hilt, so hopefully Bendu's Armory or Vantis on their Etsy store will ship me my blade pretty soon. In the meantime, let's move on to something else. So there's a fella on eBay, and he has been weathering and gussying up Ultrasabers hilts. So I bought a Initiate V3 LE hilt that he had weathered and put a wrap on, and comes with a 36-inch blade, which is great. Love that. Or sorry, 32-inch blade. Ugh. I have to watch the video on the CFX because well, Rob said I had to, but I had to figure out how to use that thing. I'm all over the place. I admit it. Right now. Okay. So, as I said, this guy, he's been offering quite a few Ultrasabers hilts, and this is the one that I bought. And he doesn't gussy them up quite as well as, or quite, well, I can't really say that, quite to the degree that Blue Force Sabers has been doing lately. I don't know if you've seen Blue Force Sabers, as they also have an Etsy store. They've been, he's been offering some pretty juicy pieces. And my friend Ghost Shadow, he ordered one, which I think he might be receiving tomorrow. So when he puts his video up, I expect you to watch Ghost Shadow's videos and give him a like. Okay? Because his videos are pretty cool. So, that being said, that's my shout out to Ghost Shadow. Alright. So, I'm wondering if I have to like take the battery out of the CFX, out of my, it's just sitting there staring at me. Usually these things take about 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean for a saber to go into deep sleep mode. Wow, he really wrapped this well. This is professionally wrapped. I must say, I think this guy is probably legit. Straight up legit. And if this pans out, I'll probably put a link to his, to his page on his eBay page, what have you. However, I do want to get a Sith flavored hilt from him. Just something, with a... He really packaged this well. This blade was not going to get damaged in shipping, that's for sure. Yeah, so red LED, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Alright, so got a nice little 32-inch Ultra Edge, which is nice. And now onto the hilt. Well, I have a hex key, but apparently he included a hex key. As I said, so far, pretty legit. He's ticked all the boxes of a major player. go away. Okay. Sometimes things are wrapped too well. But better safe than sorry, right? You want to get their sabers to them without having to get smooshed. So far, what I'm seeing here, I'm not sure. I guess this is the saber in the picture. The pictures look a little bit lighter. Okay. But that's definitely it. Okay. I thought it had a bit of a more green patina, but this isn't bad at all. I actually like this color. It's kind of a, of course you can't see it because the blade's in the way. All right. What do we have here? Okay, so as I said, this is Initiate V3. And he weathered it. It's not really, he didn't get in there with a Dremel and do any damage to the hilt. He's just sort of, sanded it down, painted it. This is an LE version. So that's why, so it's black. It's been sanded down. It's got your silver in there. And he added a wrap. It's just a, stun saber. And I'm curious to see what we have for a battery in here. I don't know if it just has AAAs or if he went ahead and added a lithium-ion battery, an 18650. He's done that on some of his sabers, but it doesn't look like that's the case with this one. Right, so this one does have 4 AAAs. That's fine. And you put a little O-ring here to kind of keep that from moving around. So get that back in there. Probably. Yeah, I messed this up thoroughly. Alright. But I didn't really pay much more than what it would cost to get this in the store. Maybe like $10 or $15 for his effort. And this has a violet amethyst LED. And of course has an AV switch. So there you go. And he weathered a blade plug here, which is really nice. I think I just probably blinded you guys completely. I didn't know that had that big hole right there. So I apologize if you're all screaming about your eyes. Blade plug out. And he said the blade did have a little bit of wear on it, but I don't really care. Blade's a blade as long as it's not, completely thrashed. So we get that nice and tight all the way in there. And as with blade retention screws, if at all possible, you just kind of get it to where it doesn't feel like it's gonna move anymore, and then just go back quarter turn. That's my system usually. I really I like this hilt. This is nice. I like it's big enough for 2 hands. It's got kind of that arc light sort of choke point here. It's got another choke point here in case you need it. Probably just use this one anyway. Wow, this feels really nice. I'm getting a little bit of paint on my hands, but that's okay. And violet amethyst. This is my first just non-sound saber hilt with violet amethyst. I think pretty much all I have on most of mine are Guardian Blue on my stun sabers, my Ultrasaber stun sabers. So this is a nice change of pace. Not entirely too common, but yeah, I have to say that initial impressions are this is some pretty fine work. Not too bad for what I paid for it, I think. The wrap is on there. Check out the wrap. The wrap is on there really nice. Nice black leather wrap. And he weathered the pommel a little bit. This is some good work. I mean, the thing is like, for the most part, Ultrasabers hilts, you know, can be a little bit bland. They don't really get too much in the way of decor, especially on the lower end. I mean, you know, unlike Saberforge and a lot of saber companies, Electrum Saber Crafts, they offer weathering. Ultrasabers does not, you know, does not offer that as a service. They don't offer battle damage or weathering or anything. So, you know, to find capable people that can kind of do that work for you, I'm, you know, far too busy at work creating things and building things, and you know, it's just when I come home, the last thing I want to do is, I'm just usually too tired to be too creative, and you know, I'm the kind of person that if I want a fine meal, I'll just go to a restaurant. I'll pay someone to make a fine meal, and then I'll just eat cereal at home. It's just the way I am. I'm the same way with sabers. You know, I'd rather pay someone to do an install. I don't know. It was my grandmother's influence. She liked the finer things. I mean, there's certain things I'll do it myself, but you know, I'd rather leave some things to the professional. I've got a lot of knowledge. My head's full of stuff, and I just don't want to fill it with with too much else. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, this is my weathered Initiate V3 LE Ultrasabers hilt, and I think I'll put a link to the guy who sold this to me, and I'll see what he comes up with, because so far this is a really nice saber. I'm quite thrilled with this. Ah, and guess what? My Dark Side Vector has indeed gone to sleep, which is good, because I just didn't like the notion of having to take the battery out just to get to go to sleep. I mean, I couldn't imagine CFX would operate that way. So, yes, I'm thrilled about that. Anyway, so there you go. That is unboxing number 2, and hope you liked it. And that's the end of the video. I will catch you guys later. Have yourself a good night. If I don't have another video tonight, I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow when my my Acolyte, yes, my Gen 4 Acolyte shows up tomorrow, in theory. And so that should be pretty cool. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.